welcome into another edition of The Session with Londa and David. My name is David Austin.
I'm Londa Sherwood-Austin, and welcome back. Thank you for being here.
Well, that's lovely. I like the way you look directly at the camera and welcomed people. I think that's very nice.
They're here with us having a nice warm cup of coffee.
They really are. A nice warm cup of coffee to start the show. The Session with Londa and David. It's a program that's all about what we're doing. It's about our business. It's about our lives. Sometimes we mention our kids. Sometimes we talk about travel. Sometimes we do a restaurant review nobody asked for. And this show is going to be chock full of stuff because we're coming ever closer to the end of 2025. And we've been doing a lot of stuff recently. So it's going to be a big show today.
I think we're a lifestyle show.
Okay.
With heavy sprinkling on business and mindset.
I think that's true.
I don't know.
Heavy sprinkling of business and mindset.
I don't know.
I think that's right.
I think that's probably pretty
And
accurate.
we talk about what we do. We talk about who we are and what we do. And we talk about trends we see in the industry. Mm-hmm. All kinds of good stuff. Okay. So this show's going to be fun.
Buckle up.
Because we just got back from a trip to San Francisco where we went to visit the kids and see our granddaughter and have a little early Christmas time. Kind of a spur-of-the-moment thing. You didn't even know what was happening. Just boom, we did it. We accidentally blew off a couple social commitments, and for that I apologize, but fully worth it.
Family stuff. Yeah,
I dropped the ball there, and I apologize
it's okay.
for
When
that.
you have a big family, sometimes it happens.
That's
You've
true.
got one for this one, and I don't know. We do our best. I'm sure it's not the first time I've let those kids down. Certainly won't be the last. Life's hard. Get over it.
So anyway,
Develop some grit.
just to brag a little bit about our Tri-Cities Regional Airport. When I moved to this town 22 years ago, it was a tiny little nothing airport. And now it looks like a cosmopolitan aviation center. It's lovely. It's got... it's comparable to other mid-sized cities in America.
Okay, thank you. Cosmopolitan, stretch.
It's a lot more cosmopolitan than it was.
It's a lot nicer than it was.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And that reminds me of what in the hell is happening at the airport these days, everywhere.
God.
I saw the most ridiculous, outlandish behavior in San Francisco at the airport yesterday. And it was just people. What happened to decorum and common sense in public?
I think we're getting a little too casual.
I don't disagree at all.
Not just at the airport, but everywhere in public and also in business. I want to get back to what happened at the airport.
Okay.
Stick around. You're not going to believe what we saw with our own eyes inside the airport.
Crazy.
But I got... when I start getting business email, I don't want to call anybody out specifically, but when I start getting business emails and there's no greeting, right?
Right.
We don't have time for salutations.
Right.
We don't have time for anything. We don't even have time for full words. We get these reports. They're called supplemental reports. I get an email. See attached supple for your review.
A supplemental title report, right? That's what that means. I don't even know.
When we don't have time for basic appropriate communication,
right?
We got to do something. We got to slow down.
Right.
Let's slow down. Let's re-examine what we're doing here. Let's look at the level of professionalism or something. We were walking through the airport yesterday, and I heard a guy say, we've got to, what was he talking about? We've got to project, we'll project that for Jan, then for early Jan, then we'll go into late Feb. And I was like,
we'll project the release for early Jan to late Feb. Huh?
There's words. Come on.
Language is an agreed upon system of sounds that convey meaning. Agreed upon. That's the thing. It's got to be agreed upon.
Nobody's too busy to use a full word. It's January, my friend.
We're shooting for a Jan launch or late Feb.
Come on. I don't understand it. Way back in the day, I was taught by a mentor, when you have to start making shortcuts, that's when you need to hire help.
Okay.
And I think that's really important. You don't have to hire help always. Maybe you just need to slow down. Maybe you need to reprioritize. Speaking of reprioritize, sometimes I hear people say things like, because we travel a bit, not a lot anymore, but a fair amount. And I hear people say, must be nice. And my answer to that is, it is. And maybe you need to reprioritize.
Right.
It's not by chance. It's on purpose. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's not like we're going to welcome.
No one knows what you're talking about. They can't hear that. It's not going through the microphones.
Okay. For those of you that are confused, let me just explain. Welcome to my side of the world. My washing machine just went off, and I don't know if your washing machine is like my washing machine, and it puts on an entire concert.
Right. It's a
when
show.
When it finishes, but it just did that. But David says you can't hear that, so I need to just keep going. Anyway, so I don't understand it. I don't understand the casual nature of things, and I think that there's something to be said for being friendly and a little casual. You know what I mean? Like, don't be so professional that you make it weird.
Don't be stuffy.
But
I get it.
For the love, is that really what's happening?
It's goofy. And now I can tell you, one of my favorite courses in college was graduate level linguistics. And the theory is that as people continue to communicate and time goes on, the words and phrases get simpler. And if you follow the logic all the way to the end, at the end of this, we'll all just be going, because that'll be the easiest sound to make. So language gets easier. If you look at like Old English, long, weird words. Now we're talking about launching in Jan and Feb. So it makes sense that people are condensing words linguistically, but it's so stupid. Just say the things you mean to say when you're talking. I don't know your shorthand. If I walked into
it's kind of inside, right?
Yeah,
it's like when
inside.
you use inside language, and it happens in every industry. We do it. Just this week, I made a big mistake in work that I hate admitting that, but I'm human and it happens. I've got first-time home buyers. They're closing on a home. And I didn't do a good job of explaining what this week was going to look like in the detail that they needed. And so until yesterday morning, which is too late. And so I had to manage that. And, I started by apologizing profusely because it was fully my fault. So even I don't communicate the way that I should all the time. And because I'm inside, so I think people know. Right? Oh, they know that. Well, they don't know that if they're not inside your industry, if they're not,
Sure. So. You can't use industry jargon when you're talking to your clients. You just can't. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's like you go into McDonald's. McDonald's has a whole language that the employees speak that doesn't ever come to the front of the restaurant.
Well, diners.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
86 the so-and-so. That just means take it off because it's gone. Stop it. 86 it. But that's language that the customer doesn't need to hear. So it's always important to know your audience and to speak to your audience in terms that they understand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I learned a long time ago when I was on the radio that you want to talk to people, not at people.
Right.
And if you're using words that aren't commonly used, people don't hear it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I think we've strung people on long enough. Tell them what you saw at the airport. We saw a lot of things that were shocking. And each time I saw something, I was a little bit more shocked. You know, we know people have gotten far too casual at the airport. People wearing pajamas but in my opinion, far too casual. And I guess if the airlines would make it more of an event for us instead of the shitstorm that it is traveling, right? Remember when it used to be fancy? It used to be nice. It used to be, you know, and kind of society's following. Now it's this back and forth of how down and dirty can we get? And
I don't understand.
Get there.
Right. I don't understand this whole thing with service dogs. I don't get it. God bless if you have...
You don't understand service dogs?
I don't understand the fascination with service dogs everywhere in the world. And this is someone who's got a daughter who has 2 service cats, right? I get that people need some kind of emotional support from time to time, but let me tell you something.
Wait. Before you go on and we get nasty letters, a service animal that helps somebody is appropriate.
Okay, let me tell you what I mean by service animal. If you're a blind person and you have a dog that helps you around because you're blind, that's what a service dog is to me. To me, in my brain. I don't have a problem with that. Here's what I do have a problem with. You putting a vest on an animal and then playing fetch in the airport with that animal. That is not a service animal, and that is not what you do in a public place with your animal. You keep it on a leash and you keep it with you.
Yeah. The off-leash
There was a guy with a hunting dog.
Yeah, not a service.
Fetching things.
No vest, no service.
What in the hell is happening? What if that dog, and it's a dog, I know you think your dog's great, but what if that dog got spooked and bit somebody?
Or it had its leash. It was carrying its leash around in its mouth.
Right.
And what if, somebody could trip on that? It's a hazard for sure in a crowded, busy airport.
It's outrageous what people are doing with their animals at airports. Also yesterday, at the airport, I'm watching a lady walking her little Pekingese through the airport.
Again, not a service animal.
Nope, just a cute little dog with pink toenails. And it lifted its leg and peed on a planter box in the middle of the airport. And the lady stood there looking not at all embarrassed while the dog relieved itself indoors, in public, on a carpet in the airport. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh, and by the way, airports have dog restrooms now. Often. And you can go to the dog restroom. You pick up that little dog when it starts to lift its leg and you carry it to the dog restroom.
We're walking along and he goes, what did I just see? And I saw it too. And I was like, you saw what you did see, what you think you saw. And I don't understand it. I don't understand what happened.
And this is coming from someone who loves animals. I love them. Yeah. I love animals. I want to play with your dog. I want to rub its little fur on my face. It'll make my eyes blow up because I'm allergic, but I love them. I want to be friends with your pet.
Yeah.
But I don't want to fly on a plane with them. I don't want them running up and down the aisle, fetching a ball in mid-flight. Yeah. I mean, what in the hell is going on? When did that happen? Hey, you can't vape on a plane, but your dog can chase a tennis ball? Yeah. What?
Yeah.
That is the most outrageous thing I've ever seen. Further, what's going on with your conference call? I don't want to be a part of it.
Oh, gosh, you guys. The speakerphone taking a call like this, but it's on speakerphone. What is that about?
I understand if you have hearing loss. Because
I promise you I don't want to be part of that conference call.
I have hearing loss. Yeah. And guess what? I make arrangements to be able to hear the people I'm talking to without making you hear them. You're not on my conference call.
Yeah. This is not just in the airport. This is everywhere. Restaurants, the sauna, the gym.
Yes.
It's everywhere. I don't want to watch your TikTok.
Nope.
I don't want to listen to your stuff. I don't want to have a FaceTime with your grandchild at Outback Steakhouse.
And if your kid
all of these things, all of these examples I'm giving you are real examples that have really happened to us.
And if your kid needs to watch some child's program so you can have a moment of rest while you're having a meal in public, put headphones on that kid.
Yeah.
I don't need to hear that kid's music.
I am grateful that the airlines have cracked down. They are just making the announcement right up front.
If you're going to listen to something in this plane, you'll need headphones. Personal devices need to have headphones if you're going to listen to them on this flight.
Headphones are required.
Headphones are required, so please make sure you employ them.
Please. They didn't say please yesterday. I mean, they're like one little stop short of saying, being very blunt about it.
That's exactly right.
They're clear now.
Headphones are what you need to possess if you're going to listen to a device that is personal.
Yeah.
If you have a personal device, you need headphones.
Shout out to, and I'm usually not impressed with United staff, and on the flight home, I wasn't. But on the flight to San Francisco, big shout out to, and that was Saturday morning?
Mm-hmm.
Saturday morning, 6:30 a.m. ish. If you know who was working that flight, I don't know. They knocked it out of the park because a grown man with a full beard, long beard.
Not me. Spoiler alert, not me.
Two rows behind us.
Right behind us.
No. 2 rows back.
Okay.
And across the aisle. 2 rows back and across the aisle.
He was friends with the guy right behind us. That's right.
Full vomit.
Yeah.
Down the front of himself. Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Just all over the front of himself. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he got motion sick or if
I think that must have been
or
it.
what.
It was 6:30 in the morning.
Here's my question. He didn't seem impaired in any way. Here's my question though. How does that sneak up on you? How do you not feel that building up? I don't know.
The rumbly and the tumbly, as it were.
But I will say a couple things. One, the flight attendants really very quickly and quietly handled the situation. The look on your face right now, you don't like barfy stuff.
No.
They handled the situation as quickly and conveniently as possible.
Right.
The other thing I'll tell you is I don't care what seat you're in on the airplane. I don't care. I don't care if you paid for first class or you're in the very last seat. When somebody throws up, you can smell it no matter where you are on that plane.
That's true. Yes. And awful. But they took care of it quickly.
Yeah.
It was, I'm sure, wildly embarrassing for that person. And they moved him out of the seat to somewhere else, too.
Yeah, they moved him just across the aisle. So then they were directly 2 rows behind us. But
they sterilized that plane mid-flight, though.
They did.
Great.
It was amazing. And whatever they used to sterilize it doesn't scent the air, but it does take the scent of the barf out. Thank God. So
yeah.
whatever that, it's probably poison. I'm glad. Good. Kill it dead. But I was grateful too. He had a carry-on bag.
Yes.
And I think was flying with his wife. So she was scrambling through the carry-on bag, finding him a change of clothes. He was in the bathroom for a very long time, which was fine.
And they kept that bathroom spick and span too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just an unfortunate incident, but I did want to give credit where credit's due. Sure.
But damn, that was okay. So past all that, I will say you've got to get out of town. People.
Yes.
You have got to get out of town. Is it convenient? No. Is it affordable? No, you got to prioritize the cost because everything's expensive.
Sure.
But you got to do it because it, in the end, is very inspiring and refreshing.
Right.
Right? It was very inspiring to be someplace, and I'm really enjoying discovering San Francisco. There's this direct flight, and our kid lives an hour and a half away from San Fran, so we fly right in there. So I'm really starting to love San Francisco. I mean, it is such a cool city. So much fun, so much cultural diversity. I love going there, and I'm like, you see people from, I don't know where, but I hear 10 different languages in any given day. And I love that.
I do too.
And it was just beautiful. It's all decorated for Christmas. We went to Union Square and the great big tree, and there's music and the skating rink and all the stuff. And it was great.
Yes. Loved it.
I'm exhausted. I don't feel good, but worth it.
Sure.
Go somewhere. Go somewhere. Get outside your place, your hometown.
Yes. And that leads me to the next topic that I want to talk about, and that is making opportunity everywhere you go.
All right.
You need to be able to make opportunity everywhere you go. I heard a story this morning about a lady who was on a flight, and she was coming home from a business trip. And when she was on the flight, she was sitting next to someone who happened to be a divorce attorney, and she was a mortgage person. And the divorce attorney said to her, you know what? I've been looking for somebody to refer my clients to for mortgages. I have to do that at least once a week. So I'm glad that you and I got to meet and talk because you're going to be my new go-to person. Mm-hmm. And that story would make some people say, oh, she was lucky. She was lucky. Other people would say she created her own opportunity. And I would say that, and something just like that happened to me this year in 2025. I was happily doing my mortgages for someone in their company. And in the airport, I ran into somebody who said, oh, you do mortgages, huh? I just opened my own shop, and I'm doing it with this company, and the company happened to be Expert Home Lending. And it's great because I'm the bank now. Like, I'm the captain now. Mm. Well, he's the bank now. And that happened while sitting in the airport at a bar drinking drinks because I happened to have on my mortgage T-shirt. Mm-hmm. And so you ask me why I like to wear my mortgage company clothes everywhere I go. It's because it's an instant conversation starter, and that's just one more way to create opportunity without having to try.
Right.
I put on a shirt that tells people who I am and what I do.
Right.
You know what? If our job in sales is to tell people who we are and what we do, I just created a business conversation without even trying.
Yeah.
So the thing I want to talk about briefly is everywhere you go, you need to create your own opportunity. You know, I hear people talking all the time about, I went to this real estate company because they provide me with leads. I went to this thing because they provide me with opportunities to meet new people. Everywhere you go and everyone you see with your eyes is an opportunity.
Yeah.
And people need to start thinking that way. I've heard my whole life, that must be easy for you, David. You're so outgoing. It must be easy. You know what? I figured out in second grade that funny David was way more popular. So I want to be happy all the time because that guy's well liked. That was in second grade that I found that out, and it was by accident. Mm-hmm. It was the third school I went to that year, and I realized, oh, these kids like Funny David way better than Smart David. Smart David knows the answer, but he's not nearly as fun as Funny David to people. And so I was born into the world of public speaking and sales right then and there.
Yeah.
Right then and there. So I really think people who focus on what's wrong in the community or in their business or in the market are focusing on the wrong thing. Mm-hmm. Everyone, everywhere is a prospective friend or client. Let me say that again slower. Everyone, everywhere is a prospective friend or client. Get to know them. I bet you'll be better in 2026 if you do that. Mm-hmm. If you're open to meeting new people and you talk to people when you go somewhere and you don't leave your stupid dog off its leash and play ball in the airport. Instead, talk to the people around you. Get to know people. How about that? Have service people. Hi, people. You're an emotional support person. I can talk to you and feel supported. Magic. Okay, anyway, that's my soapbox. I apologize. Mm-hmm. I'll get right off it now.
Mm-hmm. That's really good advice. I don't know that I really have anything to add. I think, again, I mentioned this last week or the week before, that Dick Van Dyke, who just turned 100 years old.
That's right.
And is spry as can be, very sharp-minded. He said that he hosts these parties where there's no devices allowed because he is trying to preserve the art of conversation.
Right.
And it's important. Even I, as much as I'm talking with people, I fail at the art of conversation, often. And so I think there's something to that.
Okay. I like it.
And I don't always want to talk. You're a little bit different than me. You want to meet everybody. You're much more extroverted than I am naturally. I can be extroverted. I have the ability to be, and often, pull from that part of me. But I'm also have lots of introvert, and I need to pull away, and I need to be left alone.
Sure.
So I understand personality, and I understand timing, and I understand all that stuff too. So, but I think what you're saying is creating opportunities, that is vital to success.
Sure.
Right?
Yes.
We were reading a story yesterday that, the founder of Marquis Jets, Zima, Coconut Water, the Big Ass Calendar. I don't know what else he's done.
Jesse Itzler.
Yeah, Jesse Itzler. Follow him on social media. You really should, because he puts out these really inspiring stories.
He does.
And he talked about, I won't go deep into the story. Go read it. But it's his story about when he had Marquis Jet at 31 years old, private jet company. And he saw on the roster that day, Jennifer Lopez, Ben Affleck, and Matt Damon were going to be taking one of his jets. And what he did in response to seeing that was very inspiring. And it's exactly what you're saying. Create opportunity.
Right.
And he talked about that, and confidence will always beat out credentials is one of the statements that he made.
And that's true. Let me tell you something. I have been everything from a news reporter to a real estate salesperson. I've done everything in the world. And 100% of what I've done has the same basic principle. Be confident in who you are and be present wherever you are. If you can do that, you will be successful.
So that crosses lots of different parts of life.
Sure,
it's not
it
just
does.
business, it's family.
Yes.
Too.
If I'm playing disc golf with James, our middle kid, I am not checking emails. I am not sending texts. Rarely I will get a phone call, and I'll take it because you work when the work works, but I'm not in my device. I'm talking to the kid about his life and what's going on. And I think that's part of why we have such a nice time playing disc golf together, because we are both fully present. We are not preoccupied somewhere else.
Yeah.
And if something's going on at work and I've got to be focused on that, I'm not out playing disc golf.
Yeah.
It's that simple. So there's something to be said for being present, fully present everywhere you are.
Someone was telling me, I have not checked to see if this is true, maybe that Australia has just banned social media
For kids
under 16.
I think that's true. I don't know if the age is right, but I think that's true.
I think it's brilliant. I need to ban myself from social media sometimes, from devices, and from, I think they are great tools to use, but they are shortening our attention spans as a society. And I know for sure mine.
Sure.
Yesterday I said to you, we were in the airport and I was laying under, they make the seats to where they've got the handles there so you can't lay down, right? But joke's on you. I can slide right under those handles and lay down.
Is that why they make the handles that way, so you can't lay down?
Yeah. They don't want people sleeping. If you're going to sleep at the airport, you have to get on the floor where the dog is.
Right in the corner. I mean, what in the heck?
Anyway, but so I slid under the little armrests, and I was laying there, and I said to you, there's this TikTok sound that would be really funny over the top of a video of me doing this. And you were like, you're so clever. And I said, well, I don't know. The fact that my brain works in TikToks, I think is a little terrifying. I don't know.
Your brain is theatrical, and it's just the medium of the day. When you were a little kid, you were putting on plays in the backyard.
Truth.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So this is just the stage today. So you think in that medium. That's all.
Yeah.
It's that simple. I often am thinking in a radio station control room in my brain. I often am relating what I'm doing to how I would be doing it if I was running a show on the air. Isn't that weird?
Interesting. Restaurant review nobody asked for. I have a couple of them.
Okay.
Don't eat at the airport. It's all trash and costs $1 million. Just don't. Just don't. It's so expensive. None of it's good. I did have a kale salad that was really good, but that's it.
The Minneapolis airport Chili's is good. And it's just a Chili's. So if you like Chili's, eat there.
I'm just saying.
It's priced like Chili's. They've got chicken crispers. Sit down and enjoy yourself.
If you are in San Francisco and you've heard, avoid the Tenderloin District, don't do that. Maybe don't go at midnight, but go there and for breakfast, go to the Pinecrest.
Yep.
I'm going to tell you.
That's yummy food. That's a diner.
That food, the Pinecrest Diner was the best food I had that I've had in San Francisco ever.
It was my favorite meal there too.
It was delicious. We had breakfast and it was crazy good. It's fresh. It's home. It's like, it's homemade. It's what am I trying to say? Made from scratch.
Right.
You can tell. Oh my gosh. It was so good.
Those are not hash browns like you get at a restaurant that come in a bag.
No.
They're doing something with the potatoes right there themselves because they are bomb.
Delicious.
They're not those little prefab stringed potato things that you get.
And we stayed in the Tenderloin district, actually, at the Donatello, which is a Wyndham affiliated timeshare resort.
Right.
And it was the nicest place we've stayed in San Francisco. It's right by the Macy's, which I forgot what a nice Macy's is like.
Right.
The magic of Christmas is alive and well at the San Francisco Macy's on what street was it on?
I don't remember. Nope.
Anyway, right there. Right by Union Square.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
It's the Union Square Macy's. That's what it is. Really, really nice. And, it's unlike the Macy's in Lafayette, Louisiana, that you walk in and it looks like a grenade just went off.
I mean, it looks like, I forgot about that. It looks like it's terrifying. Anyway, I don't want to, be rude about that. But what a great time. And I think that's really all I've got for today. I think that we've said everything. We've done everything. Let's be nice to each other and try to use full words.
And when you're sitting with someone having a conversation, put your phone down, look them in the eyes, and talk to them and listen to them.
That's why I stopped wearing a smartwatch.
Well, I do wear a smartwatch, and
but
every now and then,
I can confirm you do not get your messages if you're in a conversation. I know if you're if I don't hear back from you, you're with somebody.
That's exactly.
And
right.
I'm probably not going to hear back from you.
That's right. That's exactly right, because I want to be with the person I'm with. Being next to them is not the same as being with them.
Yep.
So that's my advice for you. We're going to have one more show in this calendar year, and then we're going to see you in 2026.
What happens.
That's crazy. For the prettiest girl in the world, Londa Joanne Sherwood Austin, my name is David Austin, and this has been The Session with Londa and David. We'll see you again next week.